The Nanjing Massacre, occurring over 6 brutal weeks in the late 1930s, is, without doubt, one of the single worst events to ever occur in the entirety of human history. As the Japanese Imperial Army captured Nanjing, then the capital of China, they went absolutely rabid, unleashing a torrent of cruelty that saw countless rapes and murders inflicted upon the city's populace. The road to Nanjing began with the Japanese invasion of China on the 7th of July 1937. Here, the Japanese military, fueled by an insatiable desire for more resources and expansion, poured into China, coming by land from across the border with Manchuria, and by sea with ambitious assaults along the east coast. Eventually, Japan wanted to conquer all of China, but one of their immediate priorities was Nanjing, the country's capital, and given its location only 100 or so miles away from the east coast, it wouldn't be long until the Japanese were at the gates. They finally arrived on the 9th of December. Violent incidents occurred from the moment the first Japanese soldiers entered the city, but the massacre proper, and the abject horrors it wrought, is typically deemed to have started on the 13th of December, the day the Chinese garrison surrendered. So now, let's have a look at the horrors that were inflicted on the people of Nanjing. As the Japanese took control of Nanjing following the battle, streets that once teemed with the lively exchanges of daily life were suddenly awash with blood as their army rampaged. Anyone could be targeted. Men, women, young, old. If they weren't Japanese, they were a potential target, their fate being decided by nothing but the benevolence, or lack thereof, of the Japanese soldier in front of them. This brutality was not just confined to pockets or isolated incidents either. It was everywhere. Let's try and get a grasp of how widespread the killing was. Let's turn to the words of John Rabe, the German expatriate who was living in Nanjing during the massacre, who wrote the following in his diary. "We come across corpses every 100 to 200 yards. The bodies of civilians that I examined had bullet holes in their backs. These people had presumably been fleeing and were shot from behind." Such encounters were hardly rare for Rabe, though, with him writing on a later date, "While cleaning up the zone, we find many bodies in the ponds, civilians who have been shot, 30 in just one pond, most of them with their hands bound, some with stones tied to their necks."